Good afternoon, everyone. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews, and I am your literary ambassador. And today I have a special guest to talk about her publishing company. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Felicia S. Cauley, and I am the founder of Right Side Publishing. Some of you might also know me as Felice, because I'm also an author, writing under the name Felice SC. I also have books under Felicia S. Cauley. So I'm happy to be here, and thank you, Queenie, for giving me this platform.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. What inspired you to start your own publishing company?
Number one reason was I knew that I was going to be doing this for a while. And I have a mentor who always teaches. I mean, she's in Path to Publishing. She's well known. And she teaches that your book should be your business. So it's not just the book. I've been writing since I was younger. And after going through my publishing experience with a self-publishing company, they call themselves a self-publishing company, but some of the things they offered was almost like a traditional publisher, meaning, you had to submit your work, you had to go through a team. So I'm not one of the ones who, a lot of people, they went through a publishing company and afterwards they're down in the company. Oh, it was such a horrible experience. I didn't have that experience, thank God. I like the publisher that I published with. I'm not going to say their name, but I enjoyed it. I learned from the process when I first published. It was in 2011. One thing that stood out with me wanting to open up my own publishing company was the services when you go through self-publishing. Even if you have a company, basically you're in there on your own, even though you have a team, and they'll tell you, hey, you need to do this, that, and the other if you want your book in bookstores. But bottom line, they're not offering editing services. The team will go over your work when you send it in, but they'll put the job back on you, per se. They'll say, okay, well, your book is getting ready to go through formatting, and they'll send you a list. If there's errors in your book and you want these corrections, then you have to number them. But there's no one actually going in looking for your grammar errors or your punctuation. That's something that you have to pay for on your own for the outside services. So you're paying to have it self-published, but at the same time, if you didn't do your work, as with my mentor people say, if you didn't do your work, your due diligence, and get your work edited, hey, they're doing a service. And it is what it is. They're going to publish your book and you sign off on it. That's it, So that's what I learned as an author. And I said, okay, what can I do? When we started our publishing company, one of our slogans is established by an author for authors. We was established in 2015, Right Side Publishing. Our goal is to help authors. We're growing. We haven't been around for a long time, so we have people in our corner helping us. But our goal is just not to offer publishing packages and get people's money. So we call ourselves a hybrid publishing company because we offer a variety of services. You can get your marketing tools through us, and we also have editing service, our book cover designs. So we have the whole 9 yards. And when someone goes through our company to publish, instead of them having to go outside of us to look for editing services and things like that, we have included it in our packages. So I think that's what kind of makes us stand out from other publishers. And we also, we fall in between some of the things that traditional publishers offer and also independent, because we're still growing. We're a small company. Our team right now is running anywhere between 8 to 10 people when they go through the publishing. So with that team, you have your cover design person, your file person, editing, it goes down the list, and that's how we go through the process. And I just wanted to be able to have a hand in offering services for authors to where they just wasn't paying to get their book published, but they had someone that they could trust that would be able to walk them through the process and give them the inside information that you're not going to get from other publishing companies.
Okay. What is your mission and vision for your company?
My mission and vision for the company is to help other authors establish themselves properly as an author. And when I say that is, there's people that are publishing and there's nothing wrong with it, but they don't know how to go about it in the right format. So our mission is for authors to be able to get known the right way. You know, when you say that you're an author and people should be able to look you up and look up your work, also have your book formatted in the right way. So the vision is for authors to publish on the right side, the right way. And one of the things that we also do is I found out simple stuff. Authors don't have like their book, Library of Congress numbers on their book. That's something that might be hard for them, but it's simple. So we want to have authors established to where they are looked upon as authors professionally, and the mission is to publish literary work free from derogatory, anything that's derogatory, and it's for family. We want the main mission of our company outside of what we want for authors is we want when people see right side on their books and they go pick it up, they know that it's something that everybody can read. Anybody in their family can read. They don't have to worry about something might be in there that's not appropriate. Yeah, we do have different genres for different age groups, but we wanted to offer something for everyone.
Okay. How many authors do you have right now?
Right now with our company, let's see. We have, I say, trying to copy off the top of my head. We've been around since 2015. So I say less than 20, but we're growing. We're getting close. Since the pandemic,
Yes,
everybody have been wanting to publish books. So within that number, we have repeat authors who've come back through the company and published. So with the repeat authors, I say we're getting close. Our numbers are getting up there, and we're still growing. What I will say is what makes us almost like a traditional publisher is we don't just accept anybody's work. So we might not be a good fit for everybody, meaning you do have to go through submissions with us, and it does have to be reviewed, because that goes back to our mission of wanting to help authors professionally and for them to be recognized professionally. So there might be some people who want to go totally through self-publishing. Maybe they just want to just download the book on Amazon. That's fine. People are doing that because they want total rights and they don't want nobody to give them an opinion. And they might not ever want their book to be in the bookstore. Amazon and different outlets is fine for them. So, right now we're a small company and we're growing, and most of the people we get is by word of mouth.
What services do you provide as a publisher?
we provide, let's see, I'm gonna try to start from the beginning. So we provide book formatting. So when an author wants to publish their book and they send it through our submissions and it's accepted, we do the whole formatting to get the book in the formatting form. One of the services that we pride ourselves on, speaking with other people, which I found out technology is growing in this day and age. A lot of people don't deal with raw manuscript scripts. That's a service that we provide. And when I say that, people say, what do you mean by the raw manuscript? Oh, my husband's here too. He's the CEO. Later on. He's sitting here. So they said, what do you mean by raw manuscript? Well, a raw manuscript is where someone turns in their manuscript and they haven't done nothing with it. I mean, they just sat at the table and they took a pen to paper and they just wrote. You know, they're just writing. And so even with, traditional publishers and independent publishers, practically nobody is going to accept that name. Traditional publishers, they want your work together. You got to have those chapters together and they'll do the editing, but people are not accepting raw manuscripts because you're not sending your manuscript in the mail anymore. Right. And the people are putting it together on a floppy disk and all that. So we at Right Side, regardless if you have a publishing package or not, we do still accept raw manuscripts. It will take your process a little bit longer in the publishing because that means we have to actually go through before we can send it through any editing and get the book together, because sometimes with the raw manuscript, as I said, it's just written. It might not be in order like it's supposed to. So that's a whole work in itself. So we offer that. Another thing that we offer that's not offered through some publishing companies that I found out is chapter arrangement. Yes. Because you do editing.
Yes.
That's a big thing. And I think I found that out because I have a degree. I didn't mention that, but my degree is in English. I have a BA in English. And chapter arrangement is important. I know I've had different colleagues who have done workshops and have, spoke about chapter arrangements and the order of books. But I find out for some authors, that's hard, and when you get to publishing, the publishing company, they don't want to name those chapters for you. You should already have them together, feeling like, because now you are in the publishing stage. So we do that. And basically how that works is when an author book has been approved to publish, somebody on the team, sometimes it could be me because I still like I like what I do. So if it's myself or anybody on our team, with the chapters, let's say I'm going through the chapter and it's chapter 1, the main thing is I have to find out what is the theme for that chapter.
Right.
And then I'm going to follow that theme all the way through to see when that idea ends. When did this idea exhaust? When it ends, then that's how I learn to break up the chapters, okay? So I do that starting off. Then it's a process. Chapter arrangements, I mean, we have a set price for it, but it can be expensive because that's just one part of it. After that's done, then I have to go back through that chapter and look at what is the main idea that this author is talking about. Does the main idea and the theme and the plot go together? Is it in order? because all of this has to go in order to even, be the chapter. So if all that's together, then from the main idea, that's when I get the title of the chapter. So chapter arrangement, I'm jumping along, is a service that we offer, but we also offer titling, giving the chapters title, and it kind of goes hand in hand. So arranging the chapters, somebody might have a book to where they do have their chapters already, but like I said, it's not even following the order. They done started the chapter and they're still talking about the wedding ceremony, and the wedding had already ended in chapter 1, but now chapter 3 they done pick back up, and see the reader is confused here. So that's something that you're not going to get in editing. The editing services there's so many different editing services. You got the copy editing, you got line editing, and the author has to understand you have to have that together in your chapter. So we do chapter arrangements, we do chapter titling, giving the chapter the name, the title of the chapter. So that's a service we offer. We also offer the book cover design. I say book cover design, that's the fun part. That we should, the book cover design, I tell authors, it shouldn't be stressful, it should be fun. Something that makes our company stand out from other companies is because a lot of times when you're doing traditional publishing, you might have a book cover that you feel like is good for your book, but their goal is totally, that book has to sell, it has to market. And guess what? If that book cover is not what they feel you should have, then they're probably going to change it. They're probably going to change it, which the difference with us is we're working together to help bring out the author's idea and make their vision come alive. And we also want them to have a cover that's going to stand out and that's going to sell, but they do have input in their cover design. So we do that. We offer, of course, with those services in the publishing package, it comes with the ISBN numbers. As I said before, since I'm an author myself, I'm just adamant too about having that Library of Congress number. I think it's good to be able to offer services where the community, people in the community can go ask for the author's book in the library. If you don't have that Library of Congress number, they can't order your book and they can't look it up. So we do that to where they get the Library of Congress number. We help with the copyrights for the book. That's important because a lot of people feel like I've published a book, I've got my ISBN number on it, it is my book, it belongs to me. But then they don't do the extra steps, so we can help them, getting that established, whether they want us to do it or they do it on their own. We help with that. We also help with, what else? We have so many different services. We have marketing tools too, where we help with authors if they have events that they, that they're planning. They can get postcards, they can get poster boards, business cards. The fun thing I would say about our company being a small company and growing, we have people who trust us and believe in us. I'm telling you, that's a good feeling because I've had people say, oh, you do marketing tools, I need a poster such and such size. And I'm like, we have posters this size, I don't think we can do it. And they say, can you check? And then I'll check with our team, and guess what? We're able to produce it. So that's something else we can put on our list. And we put it on our list. So that's what helps us grow as a company, because we have people who believe in us. This year, we're so excited because we as a publisher, we never said that we wasn't going to do children's books, right? We never said we're never going to do anything. But children's books are a lot with illustrations. And so that's a service we provide. We have illustrators. And I, to be honest with you, just felt like it was so much and I wasn't prepared to do it at this time. So we had an author who was a new author who presented her book idea and said, hey, you know, I've been planning on publishing for a while. Can you guys do children's books? And so we went through, we talked to our team and said, okay, look, if you will trust us with your children's book, we're going to do children's book. And so we launched children's book this year before we even expect to do it. I think we probably wasn't going to do that maybe for maybe another year or two, would you say? And so, yeah, we did that. So right now we have 3 authors who've published children's books, including myself, some children's series. So we're happy about that. We offer that services. Another thing about that service with illustrations that might make us stand out is a lot of publishers, and I'm not saying we don't do any of this because we do some of it too, to where they have different links where you can get like free images to use for your book. So we do have those options, but the good thing about it is we have our own illustrators where you can present your ideas for your book and it can actually be illustrated the way that you want. And so that, you know, separates us from some companies.
Okay. Well, we got the hubby in here. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what?
My name is Robert A. Cauley. I am the CEO. I am the wife of Felicia Cauley.
The wife?
The husband of Felicia Cauley, sorry.
You better edit it. Yes. And
Okay.
what do you do? Oversee everything?
Yeah, I pretty much oversee all the work that's going on here. You know, and like you said, we're trying to give the books a voice so, you know, they can get their product out there. Give them something to look forward to, basically.
Okay. Now, what are some of the titles under your company?
Of the books? Okay. So we have a workbook that's out. And the ones that I'm naming are some of our really, I mean, all of the books are good, but top sellers. Do you want to look in the office and get some of our books? Some of them are stacked up and some of them are underneath on the shelf, but we can show you some of them. The one workbook is by, well, she's a young adult, I say, and her workbook is for other young adults. It's called Eyes Set on Being. It is a workbook to help young people. There's a lot of words in there of affirmation. Her name, the author's name for that book is Jelana Phillips. She has something in that book that when we were publishing it, I just loved it because it's called Return Mail. So when it starts off in the workbook, you put down things maybe that, you know, you've been through. And then there's words of affirmation, but also you get to return that mail, that bad stuff, you know, return it to where it came from and you can start over. And so it's really good. She also, within the workbook, it's not just a regular workbook because she shares some of her experience. So it's so good when you can pick up a book that is not just somebody decide, hey, I have this idea, I'm going to write this book, but when they have experience in it and they can actually give you the tools that help them, you know, to get through it, then that's good. And he's showing books. Hold on. The other book for Jelana is underneath on the shelf. Okay, so one of our other books that's from a popular author is, let me see. It's included in our services when you were asking about our services that I didn't mention. This is one of the first books that we published. If you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, and it's pretty thick. It's like, wow. Yes, it's, well, the paper quality is really good on this book because it's really thick. I was saying that it was going to be about 300 pages, but it's actually 254 pages. And the author for this book is Shauna Florine Pittman. Now, she published through our company, but also the services that we offer is authors are able to, we're not a self-publisher, but if they want to publish and they say, for instance, they don't want to go through our publishing packet, we do have a services that almost acts at almost like a self-publisher, meaning Shauna has her own business. So instead of publishing a total publishing package with Right Side Publishing, she used our services. She used our book cover. She used our chapter arrangement help and chapter title editing and so on. But she put her company name on the book. So that's a service that we offer. You know, we offer the services to where we can help you with publishing services, but you don't have to necessarily take our publishing packet with our logo on it. So on the back of her book, and you'll see the difference from the next author that I'll show you. It just has her picture, her regular barcode with the ISBN number, but she is working on her third time book. So she's been with us for a while. And so now when she publishes her books, it actually has her label on the back because she has her label. And so the difference is one of our other authors' book titles. He is doing great. So this is a book, Amazing Grace. He's one of the top authors who has, this was his first book. He said he didn't know if he was going to publish another book, but he's kind of like ran with it. He has a base where he has the readers already established in California. So he's doing really well there. The name of the book is called Amazing Grace. Our team did the book cover design. It's his story. So he's on the front cover. And you'll see the difference between the other book. On the back of this, let me see. Oh, my finger's in the place, sorry. That's our label in the back. We have the water, and that's also the cross sign. So the readers and people who know about our company, that's where we got our name, Right Side. Right Side Publishing. It comes from the scripture bases where John 21:6, Peter threw his net on the right side. So doing things the right way, he caught lots of fish. So we want to help authors do things the right way so they can be professional in their businesses. We have workbook. So we have a variety of authors that come through our company. And I'm showing you a lot, the top authors. This is a workbook. I don't know if you can see it all the way, but so we do workbooks. We don't just do chapter books. This book is actually 8 by 10. So this author, she is Kimberly Bozeman. She is a licensed therapist and counselor. So she uses this book to help her clients. So we were really happy that she chose to come through Right Side Publishing. Her picture is on the back of this book with her label, with our label, Right Side Publishing on there. She has this workbook is for the one I showed you is for women, but what's unique about how I say we get people when they just trust our company and they challenge us. I will say they challenge us because when we did her book, she actually has 2 different book covers, one for women and one for men. So her book gives affirmation, things to do for each day. What does it say? There's a page in here where people can write. It says, where am I with my thoughts? So they can write it down. But the good thing about that is a lot of these workbooks, you know, it's just one book for women and men. So she separated. It's a cover for, you know, men and women. We have one of our, a couple of our children books. This is the cover of one of our children's books. It's called Madelina. And we pride ourselves in our our cover designs. Madelina, this cover is important because this book, animals are the characters in this book. Children love animals. So that's Madelina on the front of the book. This book is about building children's character, teaching them how to be kind and forgiving. The authors on the back of the book, and then we have our company book logo on the back of that book. We have several different books from different genres. We do operate in some capacity like traditional publishers, to where we have periods to where we're accepting certain genres. You know, right now it's almost the end of the summer. We're still accepting children's books, novels, poetry. We're going to start working on different genres that we are looking for next year. And I'm excited because I myself, as an author, I'm going to be coming out with a Christian romance book. So for next year, yes, it's called Tired of Waiting on God. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all gonna, the title is catchy, but you'll find out more about it later on. So we will, with Right Side Publishing, we will be looking for more Christian romance books. If it's not just because we're Christian publishers, but we publish any author, you know, as long as it fits under the scope of things where of our mission, as you asked, it doesn't have, it can't be anything that's derogatory. We don't publish exotics, you know, books like that, but it has to be something that's bringing people, uplifting people and hope, you know, stories of hope. So next year there will be romance, mystery. We'll be publishing stuff in mystery, and we're still going to do more children's books, but I think in the beginning of the year it's going to be more romance, mystery, children's books. We'll probably do that a little bit throughout the year, we'll see, and poetry.
Okay. So tell me, what is the first steps an author needs to do?
The first steps the author would need to do if they want to publish with our company, we are on Facebook under Right Side Publishing. Right Side is spelled with a R. for our company. I always have to remember to say that. So if you look us up on Facebook, we have a link on there where you can schedule a conference call. If you didn't get enough information in this interview about our company, we can schedule you a conference call where you can speak with someone on our team. We can go over it more, and they can instruct you. You will have to submit your work or your idea as a summary or a synopsis about what your book is about. And once it's accepted, then you'll get your publishing packets and go through there. We have a website. It's www.rightside, spelled with the R.com. You'll get more information about our company on the website. There's also a link on there to where you can either submit a chapter sample of your book. Another services we offer is I mentor authors. So never, if the publisher has not accepted your book and they're not publishing your book, do not submit a whole book. Never do that. And follow the guidelines for submission, because as with traditional publishers, if you get a publishing company's address or PO box and you send them your book, chances are, unfortunately, I don't want to say it like this, but your book might end up in the trash because they don't know who you are. You didn't follow sending them a summary or synopsis. They don't know. They haven't accepted you and they're not going to take the time to go through it, unfortunately. So that's it. We have the website. Go on there. I think on the website now, we even have an email address if you don't want to just submit it through the website, where you can submit it straight through the email, because sometimes technology, those links don't work all the way. If you submit it and you're not getting thank you for submitting in a time frame when you should hear from us, then the link might not have went through. So you might want to use that email address. And one thing that I do want to say with publishing with Right Side, we're not a publisher. We can publish you to where you're on Amazon. You will be on Amazon, but that's not our strict goal where we publish through Amazon. We are connected with a distributor. So we do kind of almost act as a traditional publisher. We're connected with a distributor to where that puts you in Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Canada, UK, global. We have had authors' books picked up in Walmart, Target, different places like that. So it doesn't just lock you in one avenue.
Is there anything else you would like to add before we close?
Well, yes, we hope that you will contact us. And as I said before, even if you do not choose our publishing company, we have a variety of services. That's why we're a hybrid publishing company, because we offer several services. We might be able to help you, whether it's book cover design, posters, yes, just editing, whatever your needs are. And if you're at the point to where you're a writer and you're thinking about publishing and you don't know, you want guidance, we also have projects, where we can help you get the project started. And we have mentoring services. So we have a variety of services. We are looking out for your best interests. And if not us, we would like to direct you in the right place, whether it's with a traditional publisher or even if you want to self-publish. We just want you to start off the right way, whether it's with Right Side or just using our services and it's with someone else. We hope to hear from you.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Queenie, for having me here, having us. He surprised me.
All right. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. Happy reading. Bye, y'all.
Bye.